Hi, I'm Samantha and this is Taylor, and we are going to show you how to measure your dog's neck correctly when you're making a collar. Okay, so you get your tape measure, your flexible tape measure, wrap it around the dog's neck at the base, so her shoulder bones are right about there. Okay, and then you want to just put a couple fingers inside, 2, 3, whatever, it's not critical either way, and then kind of loosely check her measurement. And so she's just over 17 with my fingers inside. So I'm gonna call that 17. And we're here at Stitchin Post today, and I'm gonna show you how to put the hardware on your dog collar. So this is what we're going for in the end. You can see this is a finished collar, and we're making adjustable collars. So that's our goal, and these are our supplies. We have our completed strip, and this has got the webbing in the center, and you will finish off these ends. I didn't, so you could see the webbing that's inside our fabric there, okay? So the first thing that you want to do is take a look at your strip and decide which side you want to be the outside of the collar, okay? And then you're going to put that face down on your table. So I like that side the best. I'm going to put it face down, okay? And then we're going to work with our tricloid slide, and the pattern instructions say curved side down. So can you see this from the side there? So you've got a flat side here and a curved side here, okay? So we're gonna put our curved side down, just like our instructions say. And choose an end, any end, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna go with this end, okay? So it says, feed strip through tricloid slide so center bar is visible from the top, and the slide is 1.5 inches or 2 inches from the end of the strip. So we're gonna go down so we can still see that center bar, okay? And then we're gonna come back up. And since we are making a medium-sized collar, we want 2 inches down here at the end. Close enough, that's about 2 inches. Okay, so we have our tricloid slide on. So our next instruction is to fold end over center bar. So we're gonna fold that down just like that. And then this is where you're gonna stitch, right here at the end, okay? And when you stitch that down, you wanna be about an 1/8 inch away from the edge here. And you're gonna wanna go over that seam, you know, 2 or 3 times. So I just sew down, back up, sew down. And then I back up one tiny little bit more. Because you want a really nice secure seam. You don't want this hardware to come off, okay? All right, so we've added our tricloid slide. So now our next instruction says we need to take our buckle apart. So this is your contour buckle, and you can see that it's got this little bit of a curve to it. Okay, we're gonna take it apart. This is our pincher half. We want our collar strip facing down. This is the open end of our collar strip, and this is the pincer half of our buckle. The buckle needs to be facing up, so that means this little curve is gonna be down on the table. So our buckle is facing up, and we're gonna feed the strip in through the slot that is furthest away. Can we see that? Okay. And then through the slot that's closest. And sometimes it, you know, these aren't finished at the ends, which makes it a little bit harder. Yours will go in a little easier, but sometimes you gotta work it a bit. There we go. So we've got that fed through, all right? And what we want, so imagine that this is sewn down, and we want this buckle all the way back to here, okay? So we're gonna slide our buckle on until it meets that spot. Okay, so now we've still got this open end, we've moved our buckle down, and we're gonna feed it right back through the tricloid slide. Okay, so now we've completed 1/2 of our collar hardware, all right? All right, so to do the second half, we want to make sure we get our buckle in the correct orientation. So we're going to just clip it back together so we know that it's going to be right when we're done. Okay? Drop your D-ring on there, and you want to make sure that this curved part of your D-ring is facing the outside of the collar. All right, so you're going to take the open end of your strip, feed it through your buckle from the top to the bottom, and pull it through either 2 or 2.5 inches depending on your size. So since we're making a medium, we need 2.5 inches. So I'm going to unclip my buckle now that I know I've got the correct orientation and it's going to close right. So I can use my tape measure again to make sure I've got the right amount. So I need 2.5 inches, so I need a little bit more there. Okay, that's good. And it doesn't have to be exact. So then what you're going to do is you're going to fold that over and you're going to sew right here as close as possible to this buckle. Okay, and again, go over your seam 2, 3, 4 times. Make sure that's a really good secure seam. Okay, once it's secured, then you're going to slide this D-ring up, put it between your 2 layers of your collar, and you're going to sew on the other side of the D-ring, the same as we've done on all of our other seams. Reinforce it and back tack, okay? And you can see here on the inside of the finished collar, we've sewn there, and then we've sewn there, so that our D-ring is sandwiched in between those 2 layers. You will have a little bit of play there, and that's fine because your most sewing machines are not going to let you get right up next to it to sew. Okay? So now you've got all of your collar hardware on there.